name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. Now, where do you go about to meet rich people? There's roughly two ways around it. There's one or two other ways, but one is to go into the website called meetup.com and you put your interests in, like business or investing or whatever, entrepreneurship, and you can find other people with similar interests into it. And you never know who's going to be there, which is okay. The other one is to go to conferences. And I was at the Investors Show in London on the 20th of October, just gone, for a day. And you go there, you meet people who are in different companies, but also there's these different talks going off. Like recently, there was the guy there behind Fidelity, and there was a hedge fund manager there. You go to these people, go to these places, socialise with them, ask questions, talk, network. You never know what's going to happen. Other one, however, that I know of is a little bit seedy, but it's still true. In every city, of course, there's bound to be a very exclusive nightclub where the rich people go. Like in Birmingham in the UK, there's one, I've totally forgotten the name of it now. I forgot what it was anyway, but every Saturday they're open. A Saturday night actually. I don't know, from like 8 or something, I don't know. And it's very exclusive. There's like bodyguards in the front, and you have to be invited in, or you can't just go there, I think. Or there's a barrier to entry. And apparently this is where all the footballers go, and who knows who else is going to be there. And apparently there's all sorts of other things occurring there. I've never been, but I've heard about it. But it's like those places, there are bound to be rich people there talking about serious shit, not talking about gossip or yakking what's happening in the world and economics and all this, but they're going to be talking about serious crap, so to speak, among a few other things. But those places like that are seedy, but probably good ROI. So online, meetup.com, conferences. Just go on to things like, or it's similar to conferences. Go on to like university lectures, open university lectures. Lectures happening at your university or a couple that's near you, and if they have like inaugural lectures or open lectures to the general public, there's bound to be people there as well. Network. It's all about networking and talking. Also at the same time, an idea I got just now: start a podcast. Start a podcast and work your way up. You start off with a lot of people that are unknown, similar to you, and you work your way up, and more people are. It just compounds. The more guests you have on the show, the more people that are willing to come on the show, and you work your way up. Like if you have episode 1, the chances of getting Richard Branson on the show could be like 1%. But you've done like 1,000 interviews, the chance of him coming on the show could be like 30%, for example. And it just takes that one name. You can do, you could do thousands and thousands of these meetups and conferences, but it just takes that one person, that right time. It changes everything. Each of them is a building block. It's not like this is the one to end all or be all, but each of them is a building block, and you're getting better and better and better. Like all these videos I've created, I get better and better and better, and it just takes that one video to be seen and shared, and then overnight just takes off, for example. Or the same with a podcast, just takes that one podcast to be seen, or invited, created, recorded and shared, and just it takes off in its own way. That's what it's all about. So that, and then you invite the people onto the show. Twitter is a good example. Find their website, find their like VA or personal assistants, all that kind of stuff. And there's a story actually of one guy that hid next to the elevator all day to meet this one business person. Then jumps in the elevator with him and then does a pitch at the end of the elevator. He helps him or invests with him or something. So even to that extreme, if it's worth it, I suppose go for it. But invite the people and see what happens. That's a good way of connecting, because with a podcast you're talking for like 40 minutes, and when people talk about themselves, you get a lot of a little networking tip, by the way. When people talk about themselves, they like you a lot more. You're a good listener, and that's really good. That's what podcasting kind of is. So go into these places like Meetup, find the common interests, and go to the places. One person I met, not seen him in ages, they were a good real estate investor in Birmingham, who was also a doctor, and he was like on holiday like every month or something. I forgot his name actually. Not seen him in years, but yeah, I met him then. Oh, one of my real estate mentors I met at a conference, actually, in property investing, about a year and a half ago, I think. Yeah, a year and a half ago. Met him, worked with him, got to know him quite well. Go to these places. You got to go. It's all cause and effect. If you want to meet people, you got to go to places where they're going to be. It's like if you want to meet idiots, where are the idiots going to be? Oh, they're going to be idiotic places. Okay, well, don't go to those places. What's the opposite? Invert it. If you want to meet smart people, think where the smart people are going to go, but also think what's the opposite of where the idiot people are going to go. Where are they never going to go? For example, the chavs or whatever. Just invert it, and there's the answer. So yeah, try that out. Meetup.com, conferences, start a podcast, and find those bars. The exclusive nightclubs. Of course, there's gonna be someone there. You never know. You never freaking know. Anyway, the question of the day. The question of the day is: how are you meeting richer people? Potential mentors, so to speak. How are you meeting them? The ways I outlined, apart from that nightclub one, the bar, that's how I'm doing it. That is how especially the podcast, but that's how I'm doing it. What about you? How are you going about doing it? Comment below, let's share ideas, synergy, let's bounce ideas off each other. But also remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?